What's up everybody, it's your girl Something Flavor, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I made this really warm and cozy hoodie out of a blanket that I had bought from Walmart. Just keep on watching.
Something Flavor.
First I started off with this nice Sherpa fabric, and I used a hoodie that I already liked the fit of, and I used that as my template. Now normally you leave a little bit of seam allowance, but this hoodie was a little bit big on me, so that's why I didn't leave any. I folded over the fabric to make sure that all the pieces were matching, and then I cut the neckline for the front and the back, and I folded over the front piece and cut the front piece's neckline just a little bit deeper than I cut the back. Next, to cut out the sleeves, I had just used the same hoodie that I used earlier as my template, and I used that to cut out the sleeve, and then I folded the body piece over so that I could cut out a nice shoulder area. And once the first sleeve was cut out, I just used that same sleeve as my template to cut out the second one. Then for the hoodie, I did use the same hoodie again as the template to cut out the hood. But for the fabric, what I did is I folded the fabric in half and then in half again so that I would be able to cut all my 4 hood pieces all at one point. So you need the 2 pieces for the outside of the hood, and then you need the 2 pieces to act as the lining of the hood, so you need 4 pieces in total. Then once everything was cut out, it's just time to assemble. So I started by putting the 2 body pieces right sides facing together and sewing up the 2 shoulder parts. And then I opened everything up on the wrong side and started aligning my sleeve to the sleeve hole. So I find the middle of my sleeve by folding it in half, and then I align that up where the 2 shoulders were sewn together. And I pin that down, and then I sew all the way around the arm. And this is Sherpa fabric, so it is a little bit thicker than others, so you just have to keep readjusting yourself when you're sewing. And then another thing I do is I kind of like hold the fabric down before it goes under the presser foot so that it just goes like a little bit smoother. Then just repeat the same exact thing with the other arm. Once the arms are in the armholes, then we just have to attach the sides. So I sewed down the body and then down the bottom of the arm, and I do the same exact thing to the other side. And a little tip for this part is when you get to the armpit, just make sure that you sew that area down really well, because that seems to always be like a little problem area for me, where there's always like a little hidden hole. Onto the hood, you're just going to place them right sides facing together and then sew the curve from the top down the back of the hood. Once they were attached, then I started putting them together. So I attached them right sides facing together, and I pinned them all the way around, so it's gonna make a big U shape, and then I sewed that U shape all the way around. I just flipped the hood over to its right side, and this is what it's looking like. Then to attach the hood to the body, I flipped the hood so that it was facing down, and I found the midpoint of the hood and I clipped that to the midpoint of the back of the body. And then I shoved the hood on the inside of the body, so the hood is being attached to the body, right sides facing together. The body piece is flipped inside out right now. And I clipped that down at the neckline and then sewed all around where the clips were. Then I wanted to hem the front neckline, so I just folded the fabric over a little bit, pinned it down, and then sewed around the edges. Now, the last thing we gotta do is just cut out our pocket and put it on the hoodie. So I used this little triangle tool so that I could make nice right angles for my pocket, and I just cut it out. And then to hem it, I just flipped over the fabric first at the top, and then I sewed that down. And then I folded over the sides after that was sewn, and I sewed down the two sides. And then I didn't have to do anything for the bottom because I had already cut my pocket out on the edge of the fabric, so it was already hemmed. But if you didn't do that, you're just gonna have to fold over the bottom of the fabric too. And now the last final step is just putting the pocket onto the hoodie. So just sew at the top and at the bottom of the pocket. Don't sew on the sides because then you won't be able to put your hands into the pocket. So just sew the top and the bottom really, really well. And boom, we are all finished. Look at how cute this hoodie is, everybody. I made it from a blanket that I bought from Walmart that was Sherpa fabric. So this is a really inexpensive way to stay really warm during the winter. It's one of the warmest hoodies I have, and it is so comfortable because it is blanket material. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and thank you guys so much for watching.